Hey, welcome back to another special edition of the Habs Nation podcast with the hockey coach Frenchy. Directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on amazing great Monday night, March 10, 2025. Hopefully, you have a very great start of the week. Monday is almost over for everybody, and now everybody is ready to rock and roll. They're watching the Hockey Nation, the Am Nation, talking about what the Montreal Canadiens. And Montreal did not play today because they play only tomorrow night against the Vancouver Canucks. Take a note, the game starts at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So, en French, we say pour les couche-tard. Ça va être une belle soirée pour vous. Vous allez pouvoir aller vous coucher très tard le soir avec la partie contre les Vancouver Canucks. Montreal Canadiens have only a practice today. What's fun news talking about the Montreal Canadiens today? What happening around the team? A lot of action in the NHL. Big news happening 1 hour before we start the show tonight about the Florida Panthers. We're going to talk about this. I have a lot of great subject to bring to you, talking about the Montreal Canadiens, and we'll see what you're going to respond with my subject. Yes, tonight I'm going to be alone. I want to take a break for Enartap, Marco, and Devin. They work so hard with the channel. I don't want to abuse them to their time they gave to the channel for night after night or year after year. So first of all, I'm really grateful and thankful to have them inside of the team as a co-host. And of course, without them, it would never be the same. So tonight they have a day off. You're going to be stuck with me. Yeah, only me. You're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. You're going to get any question, please. I'm here for the next 90 minutes talking about the Montreal or the NHL around the league. We're going to talk about what's going on for the standing in NHL, the playoff situation. A couple of games in NHL tonight, only 4 games, but some of them are really important. First of all, the Buffalo Sabres is 2-2 at the half of the game against Edmonton Oilers. Donald Nurse and Evan Bouchard scored for the Oilers, and then for the Buffalo Sabres, of course, Dave Thompson and Alex Stock score for the Sabres. But the biggest game of the night is honestly between the Detroit Red Wings and the Ottawa Senators because they are really directly impact for the race of the playoff in the Eastern Conference. 2 teams in front of Montreal Canadiens, and I'm talking about the Ottawa and the Detroit. It's scoreless after the first period tonight at Canada and Ottawa. Real. After that, we're going to have the Blackhawks play against the Colorado Avalanche. And finally, 10 o'clock. Yeah, you, Toronto Maple Leafs, play tonight against the team Utah Hockey Club. So we're going to give you a little bit more information what's going on during the night because Ozzy Calabro, every time he pop up here, he bring us some news and update. Before we start the show, guys, we welcome all of you. Welcome in the show. And of course, don't forget, please, to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be great. We're going to start with Mr. Enartap already in the chat as a moderator, followed by Sebastian number 2. Sebastian number 2, I don't read your comments because you have too many of them, but we welcome you. Mr. Ronald, welcome in the house also. First time, I believe. Ronald, thanks to be with us. Ellen Keeve is in the house tonight. Ellen, hopefully you're doing well. And she have a question. I have a question for you. Knowing Jonathan Toews is coming back next season and I need a second center, it would be a great stop, a gap. Do you think the Hughes would be interested? First of all, great question. Secondly, this is the one news we got today, but Jonathan Toews announced is going to be thinking to returning in NHL. He is not thinking to retire yet. He had no paperwork to retire after a couple. I believe the last game was in 2023. I believe in February. So he did not play for the last 2 seasons. We know he have some kind of illness at some point, and he took a time to traveling around the world. He been to India. He was on the surfing somewhere around the world. Anyway, mentally and physically, Jonathan Toews is ready and possible to return NHL. Now, Jonathan Toews is 36 years old. He's not a young player anymore. He's an old player. He did not play for the last 2 seasons in NHL. He's a UFA, by the way. He is not the right still with the Chicago Blackhawks. He's a UFA. He can decide to play with any team in NHL. I don't expect him to sign a contract until to the end of the season. He's right now skating in Arizona. Now, for the Montreal Canadiens to get a player like him, with his experience, with his leadership, captain of the Chicago Blackhawks, I think that'd be good for the Montreal Canadiens. My problem is, or not my problem, but I don't see him as a second center with the Montreal Canadiens. I see him take the spot, example, over Christian Devorek at the bottom six. Can he pick it up a couple of games as a center number two? Definitely, right? But for me, it's not about second center. It's more about his experience as a hockey player, and the type of player is a type of person he is could help in the Montreal Canadiens. Like I said, a third center for the Montreal Canadiens with Jonathan Tate, it could be a good asset, not as a second center. Yes, a transition for a couple of years before other players coming here, it could be good, but not at his age. I would prefer to get another players younger and as a second center, have a long term with the Montreal Canadiens. It could be via by trade or via by UFA. Honestly, Ken Hughes know exactly what he's going to do. But I think for that, Hélène, we're not touching Jonathan Toews. Secondly, if I'm Jonathan Toews, 36 years old, I want to return in NHL. Um, I'm not from Montreal, like David Savard or Mike Madison. I think he would prefer to go a team a little bit better as a team unit, better chance to win the Stanley Cup, make the playoff. I think that would be more what he's looking for. This is my own opinion, but I assume Jonathan Days could be that direction. It's a little bit like he will return with Chicago Blackhawks. The team is not really there yet. It could be with a mixed team. I don't think so will happen. I think a team like Utah have a lot of money. He likes to ski, maybe not, but that would be something like that. But I don't see him with the Montreal Canadiens. Great question, Hélène. Guys, tonight is a show where I like to do because you have no template. We can jump in left and right, talk about anything, everything. Just bring your question. You have a question, try to put the letter Q in front. And if I forget the question, guys, I apologize. It's not because I ignore you. Sometimes when you're around, you watch the game, it's going on my TV there. I have another game on that side, and then I have you in front of me. Then I have a chat on my right, and then I have to type, and then I have to talk. It's like, you know, not easy sometimes. So don't take it personally if I forget your name or your questions because it's not my my intention to do that. First of all, we have Stan the man is in the house tonight. Welcome back, Stan. Hopefully you're doing well. Glad to see you aboard. Hopefully an amazing great Monday, Mr. Stan. Raphaël Ladouceur de retour avec nous ce soir. Raphaël, we missed you yesterday. Raphaël, j'espère que tout va bien avec toi. Tu as passé une très belle journée en le lundi, la première journée de la semaine. Et tu es ready, talking about the Montreal Canadiens, directly de la capitale d'Ottawa. La capitale du Canada, Ottawa. Sit at home, Mr. Claude Richard. Welcome back, Claude. Hopefully you're doing well. And talking about Canada, we talk about now for the West Canadian side in Alberta. Randy Walkman is in the house tonight. Welcome back, Randy. Hopefully, you have a great start of the Monday with your wife. Everything's going on around you. And thanks to be a part of the show tonight. Zeph Lacav is in the house. Welcome back, Zeph. Thanks to be with us. Hopefully, you're doing well. For this one, Ron Wickens, moderator. I did not forget you, Ron, to answer to your question and by email. I will go to talk about the Kings. Honestly, Ron, so stay tuned for that one. Another moderator of the Hockey Nation Show. Welcome back, by the way, Mr. Ron. PLW knocked the door tonight. Welcome. Patterson to score for the 3.7 is a good. It's a good bet on that one PLW. I think Patterson can score a goal tonight with them. Billy, back in the house tonight. Welcome back, Billy. Thanks to be with our Canadian Live Show. And we have Mr. Marco Larabi, moderator. Not moderator, apologize. Co-host of the notebook. The notebook will be back Thursday night this week, by the way, because Wednesday, Montreal play. Will not be counting on Taze as a student, please. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. A little bit. Bonsoir, Mr. Pizza. Welcome back. Another contributor of the Hockey Nation Show with his super chat. Thanks to be with us. we go. Another question. Now what was called up, do you think Jared Davidson would be the next to be called up? I would not be seeing him get a chance with a big club. First of all, Pizza, Stan, he's my wildcard player for the Laval Rocket. I love Davidson since the beginning of the season. Since last year, by the way. Um, for what I can see right now and what I can look through the vision of the Montreal and the Canadian and the Laval Rocket, I don't see anybody else can call up for the Montreal Canadiens until to the end. If it's a forward, it's going to be between Joshua White and Owen Beck, if it's the case. And then if it's a defenseman, it's going to be between Rebacker and Mayu. So I don't see anything else as stand. Do he deserve this? Davidson, I think it would be great. Now, when I said that, and whatever I said that, Montreal, whatever they get eliminated, or I don't see they will call up. They don't try. They try to not touch the Laval Rocket personal roster. They don't want to hurt the team. They want to the Laval try to finish first in the league, everything like that. So I don't see that, Sam. But again, he deserves to be a call up. And honestly, if you look about his game versus Joshua Roy, guys, Joshua Roy, yes, he scored goal. Goal winning game, winning goal. The last two games, he had 3 goals in his last 3 games. I can see that. But Joshua Roy, his biggest problem is himself. He's his own enemy. Sen is 15 years old. If you look about his career, playing the QM, first draft pick, he got traded, and he's always been the one he have to fight himself. And this is it's mindset, I believe, and that's something Joshua need to work better. Again, he's not going to be on the right share of the for when the Montreal can. I'm a little bit worried about his still why, and he's going to be get out of that experience for the next couple of games. Maybe the defense will be upset about his performance. But it is what it is. We'll see how you're going to turn around about that. Stan, great question about that. Rafael, welcome back. Like I said, the trade player have decent start for the new team. Cousin with an assist. He got Stankoven. He scored 2. Rantanen with 1 goal, 1 assist. You're right about this, Rafael. Couple of players got trade the last Friday. Have a good start. I think Rafael Rantanen is at 2 goals right now. But you're right. Run about for that, Rafael. Run with the news coming out of the Ken News. Say he's tried to trade for Rantanen, a cousin, but good deny. Does he said anything about the ad play player that will be traded somewhere? Not allowed run. We don't have anything with Armia. The only thing he said run is he refused to trade Armia for the second round pick. But he did not mention any name in return, like the Toronto Maple Leafs did with Mitch Marner, example, or other team did with Rantanen. So this you did not get anything for Ken Hughes. We'll talk about Ken Hughes, guys, a bit later in the show. Sidney Crosby would be a perfect. You're right about this, Born. Crosby would be great. I don't see Pittsburgh trade Crosby for the next. It will never be trade. I think Crosby is going to finish his career with the Pittsburgh Penguins, but you never know. PW Toews went to shaman in India that served him a cigarette portion made out of the water from the gangrene, solve all his problem. I know he's been there for some different things. Maybe go there. Maybe Ren Ekblad should go to India. That's a joke. But we'll see. Marco, does anybody else think Becker got kind of the raw deal that he was very dependent and we should have game him some more game? Hope New Hook rise to the challenge. I think at some point, Marco, they don't see Beck play more minutes at 12 minutes per game. This is the max he can get. We don't know yet if Laine is going to be. It's a emergency call to get Joshua Roy. Yeah, I think he tried to give a better. Montreal may be thinking, but it'd be better for Winbeck to play the top minute with Laval Rocket. We're going to talk about this in the next couple of minutes, but it could happen. About this, GF is in the house. about that for the drugs. Aaron Ekblad, Bon, he talk about this right there. Martin Besnet from Waterloo is in the house. Pas de problème, mon ami Raphaël. Welcome back, Randy. Roy from Bangkok back in the house. Peter Pesano, welcome back. Thanks, Mr. Peter. Glad to see you around. Try to pick up everything here. Mostly watching the Wings at the center of the game. Again, Calgary, by the way, watch all those games. Alberta, Baila, here we go. Try to get anybody else here. There is some plus and minus is way better que Roy. Like I said, Roy, I think Davidson will be my pick, but let's go like this. Après avoir passé ma dernière année à Michigan University, parce que je le verrai, je veux qu'il reste une année de plus pour partir son aide. Comment penses-tu que Hage va réagir au niveau de la Ligue nationale? Raphaël, Michael Hage, look, for the benefit of Michael Hage, I wrote an article on my Patreon website about Hage, and then I did something on the X account 2 days ago. For the benefit of Michael Hage, it would be better for him to play one more year. The NC player, guys, the first round pick, if you are not an exception, right, like Celebrini, usually they play 2 years in the NCAA. And that's normal. Like Cole Caulfield did, Cape Perrault did it now, Brand Leonard did it. And this is the normal usually. And I think for me, Michael Hage, I've only 2 goals in the last 17 games. Yeah, 32 point, 31 game or 33 point and 32 game, something like that. I have one point more at the number of game he played with them. The problem at Michael Hage on the second half of the season, he could not put the puck in the net. And a defensive zone coverage, Michael Hage, he has still a lot of work to do. As a center, if he play as a center in NHL, he need to improve his defensive zone coverage and play better on that side of the game. On the other side of the game, guys, Michael has no problem. Of course, you have to. He tried to become a 200 feet players in NHL. It would take time to do that. I think it would be again good for him to dominate next season. Michigan not going to have the same kind of powerhouse next season, by the way. So he should be on the first line because Hughes is leaving next year. You have an open spot for the team. So I expect Michael Hage to play a bigger role with the team Michigan. Another year with NCAA. If he can work on that, I will ask also one thing. I would love him to add more muscle mass. Sometimes he got beat the bottle easily, and he cannot use his body better. So he can use his body better. Everybody want to improve his skating, but it's a bit more the scouting report I have about Michael Hage. A good shot, great wrist shot, but I believe this is going to be a good player a long term with the Montreal Canadiens. But again, don't expect him to be ready next year or the following year. Michael Hage approximately 3 years before he played with the Montreal Canadiens. Hopefully this answers your question, Mr. Try to pick up every day. Raphael. Tony DeMarc, do you think they will try to do enough at the second center next year? I don't think so. After watching Demidov all year long, I still believe he's a winger. Now, if Montreal could try to go from the inside house to make a center, Demidov and Sarkowski are really the first 2 players I'm thinking about. I still believe Alex Neo could be a center in NHL. But I don't see Demidov to play as a center in NHL right now. Rottenberg did not put him right there. He played some center position with the team MHL 2 years ago, but not this season. He did not play one shift as a center. He's been winger all year long, and I like that. And I would give you an example. Demidov used his speed, a long stretch pass. You dome the puck, he was going to get that puck really quickly. And in my opinion, he's more like a winger. But it's a great question, Tony, about that. So in the NHL, not really surprised. Yes, he too. This is the first player. Honestly, guys, everybody talk about this. I'm going to give you the news about this on that one. And it's about Aaron Ekblad for the Florida Panthers got suspended for 20 games for the PED program in NHL. He's the last player to do that. It was Nate Schmidt. At that time, I believe it was when Winnipeg Jets. They got 20 game suspension. Um, it's a it's a here I could be wrong. I know I'm going to be wrong. I know I'm right, but it's a conversation, guys, is really hiding in NHL. Like usually, or in the past, I wonder it was really popular or the drug could be a problem. The NHL makes some testing every week. Now, it's not happening a lot. Like, not happening a lot. So, yes, it's more random. You never know. But this is the reason why you don't get a lot of suspension in the NHL. So, that's surprisingly Aaron Ekblad make a statement like everybody else do this, right? I apologize for my fans and for my team, and I took something. I thought it was fine. And it was just to fix my injuries, everything like that. Believe or believe not, that it is happening with Aaron Ekblad. Become UF free at the end of the year. He's going to be missing the next 20 game with the Flip Panthers. What this is about, I don't know what you're talking about. If you have any question, let us know. And like we do usually, most of the people, Mr. Bazoo, he welcome everybody. So we say hi at the beginning. How are you? Everything like that. Most of the people come here. They're really friendly. Inside of the chat, they are really, they try to have a nice presentation, and then that's what it's all about. But we just said welcome to you. Thanks to be a part of the show. And we appreciate a lot to stop by. If you have any question, we're going to try the best we can to answer to you, Mr. Bazoo. Question about that one. Can Jacob Fowler become the next Carey Price in the No. There are not many Carey Price in NHL. And one day. Now, can Jacob Fowler become a good goaltender in NHL? I think so. I think it's going to be a solid goaltender. But the development goaltender, guys, it take time. We see players coming from different program and say never make it. Difficult. Primo, Levy. Look what happened with Sebastian Kosa. Look what happened with Wallstad. Look, Askarov is right now. It take about 24 years old, 23, 24. Dawson Wolf joined the Calgary Flame, a Premier League goaltender at 24 years old. So a Fowler would take about another 2 or 3 years, in my opinion. And I don't see a Carey Price in front of him. But I see him a really regular goaltender number one in the NHL. That's what I see Fowler uh, at this moment. Butch is in the house. Welcome back, Butch. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm not sure about that run about Dak and Mayu. First of all, Dak was injury, so I don't know how they can trade a player injury like Kirby Duck out for the rest of the season. I don't think Montreal would try to trade any player like Logan Mayu, David Rebecca, or Joshua Roy, or Owen Beck and hurt the Laval Rocket. So, rumor, I don't know who did it, who said that. Uh, but I don't see that. Nicolas de Bono, welcome in the house. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. Good question, Mr. 01, 05. Which we are afraid? So I think for me, they're going to targeting first Armia. I believe they were not going to sign both of them, Armia de Vorak. I believe they're going to sign one of the two. I think the first target is Armia. Does not work. Maybe we'll go with Devorak. And then for Savard is a 1 year deal. I think they may be signed. I don't see Savard go nowhere. Savard is going to be with Montreal Canadiens at a seven defenseman role, or he's going to be retired and work with the Montreal Canadiens. This is my prediction about that. I could be completely wrong, but I think that's the way I see that. We'll see what happens. It's very hard to score. It's very hard to score anything. Yeah, low scoring usually. on the on the. It's a bit like the USHL, by the way. Billy, do you see Michael Edge as a possible singer or more bottom sixer? He's really at the middle of that. I think Michael Edge is going to be uh, third center NHL, have the skill to become a center number two. He's going to be a really good player as a unit power play because his entry zone is excellent. Stick, stick angling is good. The key behind that, guys, is to see if Michael is going to be a winger or a center. I see him more as a center because as a winger, you need explosiveness, right? You need to start hard and to get fast quickly. When you have the speed, it's good. But if you have no speed, that's the point right now with Sikorsky, by the way. But that's the point with Michael Edge. But this is a player have the everything to become a center and a second center NHL. Can you do that? The time will tell us for that. Raphaël, si j'avais le premier overall pick qui prendrait Dieu en premier, prendrais-tu Sheffer, qui serait un très bon joueur défenseur? No, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Matthew Sheffer. No doubt. Thinking about this, if you watch Jimmy Higgins with the Boston University, good year, but he did not perform at the expectation of the expert was expect at the beginning of the season for him. Like Randy said, it's hard to go in and say, look, he has what, 12 goals maybe? He's a really good playmaker, Higgins, but he take advantage of the player around him. And this is a player where I believe he maybe could to be like Shane Wright. When I said that, Shane Wright for many years, he was thinking to be the number one overall pick. He finished fourth. I would be surprised Jimmy Higgins get third or fourth next NHL draft. He's supposed to be at one or two. But I think Michael Misa, he could jumping over him. So a bit what happened with Fantilli and Carlson and Will Smith. So this could happen with Jimmy Higgins this season at the NHL draft. Quick question, Raphael. Can Sakesi transition into a center for Montreal? I don't see that yet. But you never know what could happen. Sakesky, for me right now, you need to get his consistency of the game. But right now, I don't see that. Sam Bennett or Villardi? That's a great question about that, Born. I really like Gabriel Villardi. Now, Sam Bennett, guys, if he play in Canada, he's going to request $8.5 million and more, or $8 million and more if he play in Canada. I have a great conversation with Roy about Bennett and Marner on the chat yesterday, and I agree with what he said. You know, what Bennett can bring on the table versus Marner. It's just about the value of the contract for Sam Bennett. As Sam Bennett, guys, over $8 million, it's not good, in my opinion. Because Bennett is going to give you 40 points, 20 goals, 25 assists. He would bring physicality. He'd be a good forechecker, but he would be excellent on the playoff. I know that. But can you pay a center number two at 8.5 and to play that level like that on a season? I don't think so. Now, if you get $7 million, a worst case 7.5 single cent as like play with Florida like that, the value and return, pretty good. Villardi is a winger, more of a winger too. Big body, can put a puck in the net. Some kind of injury. We're going to see Villardi really what he's going to do at the playoff this season. I just like Villardi. Villardi is a draft player for the Los Angeles Kings. The Kings dropped the ball on that trade again. Wow, what a bad move by the goaltender, by Detroit. And Ottawa take the lead 1-0, guys. Ouch. I would like to see it. The veteran David Perron score. So this is the reason I will say to you, Villardi. Pete Martin is in the house. Welcome back, Pete. Why you think if the Florida management did not know about the Ekblad before they made all the those deadline move? Good question about that. Um, Roy, I would not be surprised. They know about this. So would be interesting happening this. A good comments, PLW, by the way. Great comment, Pete, about that. We'll talk about this next couple of minutes, guys. Luke Fortin is in the house. Thanks for all the like we got so far. It's really possible. Well, Pete, he will always say those stuff like that for as a player. So, Luciano, welcome back, moderator. Rastin, a question. In the upcoming draft, are there any first rounder who will play a physical game? The ab need to be tough. I do not mean to fight, but able to go to the dirty area. If you talk about the NHL Draft 2025, it's coming here. You know, they have body like Roger McQueen, 6'5", 6'6". The defenseman, Merka, 6'6". I believe they're going to bring that kind of as a four, and the defenseman. The physicality about that part. But after that, not much. That's the reality. Why? Because if you think about Sheffer, think about Misa, if you think about Eglon, Fondel, Desnoyers, you don't have those kind of that player like Rand Leonard right away, or a Katchuk, something like that. Does it make sense? So not at the first round or the top 15. But yeah, a couple of big body, right? But not like the way you talk about this. Like I said, Roger McQueen could be one of them. You have forget one of them guys mentioned this in the chat. I'm not perfect about everything, so something I forget. Every some name. Thanks so much, LDP. AK, welcome in the house. So AK versus LDP tonight. Victor, welcome in the house. Mr. 12 more point age again. So yeah. Yeah, but what? Yeah, 53, 54 game a goal, Victor. I not disagree with you about that. Jason, Steph is horrible with the puck. He has no confidence or ability to skate on the puck for that one. Makiliap, welcome in the house. Who do you want him to game? I think at this moment, I would take with Ottawa. And 26. He said Jimmy Higgins have a better point at birdie catch. Yeah, maybe you're right about this, but do you believe Jimmy Higgins will be better at birdie catch in NHL? I don't think he's the same kind of players. You know, for me, when you compare stat versus stats, I want to hear more. I want to see his skating, his physicality, his stick angling, his hockey IQ, and I go all the way like that. You know, I think I would say Silly Bruni is going to be better at Jimmy Higgins. Ottawa 1-0, 2-2 Edmonton. Verrais-tu Buffalo faire des gros moves durant off-season puisqu'ils sont prêts? Yes, Raphael. The Buffalo going to try to do something. First of all, if I'm the owner of the Buffalo Sabres, right away, right there, I change the GM, I change the coach, right away. If I could change my own, if I was the owner of Buffalo, if I can change the owner myself, I would change it too. You have to change. The culture of the Buffalo is bad. Last year, the vision, it was about changing to speed. That was the vision of the Buffalo Sabres. At speed. That's the reason they get McLeod. But what they forget, it's a culture inside the locker room. They accept losing game. They are soft team. They are not physical. Look the contract they gave to Jason Zucker and Granla. Over $4 million. Someone tell me Granla is a regular top six player in NHL. Are you right now, right away there, and the bad vision of your team? I understand RDP will disagree, but you have to change this right there. This is a foundation of the Buffalo Sabres. You have to bring someone as a GM experience in the NHL. And then don't risk a goal. You know, Lindy Ruff is 70 years old. Lula Mariello is 82 years old. Come on, go get a great NCAA coach. The coach in DU example. The coach and with Providence, I believe, Dan Newman. Carl and DU. Go get a great coach in Canadian Hockey League on the USHL. But stop to recycle all those Claude Julien and Jacques Martin and everything like that. The Buffalo guys, until they don't change the culture of that, that's going to work. It's this what Buffalo is. So I don't want to pass lost too much of my time, but that's what I'm thinking. Yes, Randy McQueen, I agree with you about that. Thanks to sharing with Matt that. Hopefully he feel better. Great comment about Schaefer also to see that. The shot of 22-16 Edmonton. About that. Danny T is in the house. Welcome back, Danny. AK also is in that chat. Schaefer, again, Matt, maybe got Misa got top three. I agree with you about this N26. I feel this is a three player right now, all lead about that. Now, Frontel have a great push in February. It was a bit late on my draft a month ago, but Frontel have a good month with Ekblad. And now Frontel could be in the top five. I would not be surprised for them. David Advocate, I don't believe any UFA are afraid that McBetter will sign with the Montreal and Montreal period. We'll see, Darrell. I think some player would believe to go there, but the QN, the player are soft World Junior Hockey League. Maybe about that. Jake O'Brien is a solid player with Bradford. The key behind Bradford is okay. The success of Jake O'Brien is it himself or the play with Lardis? He don't play on the same line. Jake O'Brien be a good pick around 12 overall pick. GF, let you have play his first game in NHL tonight. He had a difficult year in American Hockey League, got hurt also. But, that's the time to try him, a little bit like they did with Nemek Chirecek, Kochinski. This is the one they pick over Demidov. So we'll see what he's going to look like. It will be interesting to watching him. Playmaker, I mentioned that just the north-south. Victor, so Lankovic is very interesting case. Landon is a 6'4", almost 6'5" now. Need to improve his skating. At some point at the beginning of the year, I will see him on the top 15, top 12. Now, when I said that now, because he have the size, you could have his friend right there. But we'll see. Good question about this, about 05, about Rebecca. Rebecca is going to be a defenseman who's going to be really Uh, Interesting to follow the training camp. It's all depends on the summer for them, who they're going to get, what they have in the roster. He have everything to make it, but it's not guaranteed. And maybe it would be benefit for him to try to play more game in American Hockey League. But if he play 40 game, now he don't play back-to-back game, by the way. But if he played 30 game this year with the Laval Rocket, and he improve more, and he have a good progression, look, he's going to get every chance for the Montreal Canadiens. Every chance to make the team. Only the time will tell us. If not, it's just a question of time. He'll be back with the team at some point during the season. Abination, welcome in the house. And Rabinat, welcome in the house. I grew up and the time when the Sabres was pretty good team and not sure what happening to them. Always thinking start backwards. Start backwards. Yeah, you're right about this here too. Like I said, management, coaches. Look, when he was in 1970, right, with the first with the French connection line, right, and they had great players. We have a very good. If you look about the history of Buffalo Sabres, guys, look about the player they got for Mike Ramsey, Greg Ramsey, for Danny Gare, uh, Pat LaFontaine, Giunta, and you know what I mean, like Foligno, and he's always be a good hockey player there. They have a good run with Derek Roy, 2006 with Ashek, I believe, or you know what I mean. But the last 15 years, this is a team rebuilt 3 times, and they have really a problem inside of that team. The time will tell us. Good point, A2, by the way. Bogini, here we go. JJ Peterka a une bonne saison avec de solides 50 points en étant dans les prix de l'équipe. Que pensez-vous que son futur dans la Ligue nationale? Écoute, this is what Raphaël does Buffalo Sabres. À toutes les années, il change les joueurs. Et les joueurs qui quittent le Buffalo are meilleurs ailleurs. Monto, Reinhardt, Jack Eichel. And now they tried Dylan Cousin. You know what I mean? Like, they trade their best player. And they recycle. It's like it's a NHL team recycle. That's what I call them now. And who'll be the next? Talk about Petrka, you talk about Quinn, Coolish, Benson. They trade Matthew Savoie this summer for Rand McLeod. I don't know. It's who a really a good question, a good answer. Darrell, you talk about Rebecca, I agree with you. The coach from Denver, US said we get a big from someone, big bag from someone, pizza. Yeah, talk about Carl. I heard good things about O'Brien. No, O'Brien is a good hockey player. I think he's 6'1", 170. Good skater, good overall. He's going to be top 15. Definitely about him. It's just now the preference about him. Is it Justin Carbono? Is it Jake O'Brien? Eklam? Cameron Bear? This is that 9 to 12, 13. Exactly. Pizza about David Calder are irrelevant. Edmonton score irrelevant. No goalie, no defense, no for sure. Buffalo honor remind me Melnick toxic contre freak. Will be interesting. Mark happening. So you go, guys. I answer all of you. Got also you. I did not create a lot of comments here, but I'm going to go right away. Wrap up. I already burned 45 minutes of the show tonight. I'll have a couple of fun subjects. I think some of them are out. We talk about Ekblad, guys. We move on a little bit early in the show. Great question from Ellen Keeve. We wish her anyway. Hopefully doing well, Ellen, and your little one and your daughter, by the way. And she asked us about Montreal should sign Jonathan Tace, and I don't think so. But Tace talked during an interview on the Atlantic website. He's thinking to returning in NHL. We don't know the frame or the time when he's going to returning, but he would like to do that. I don't think it would be a good fit for the Montreal Canadiens overall. But that's happening with Jonathan Taze that we got on this one. Trouves-tu que les prospects québécois le filtreraient bien avec les Canadiens? Je dis ça parce que j'aime ces gars-là comme joueurs. Raphaël, un des deux, certainement, Desnoyers et Carbonneau. If les attentes sont bas, c'est des joueurs qui pourraient être sur la troisième ligne. C'est toujours très dur pour les joueurs du QM de faire une bonne carrière dans la Ligue nationale. Joshua Roy is an example. Riley Kidney is another example. But at the end of the day, guys, Montreal Canadiens are going to have a selection at between 10 to 18, maybe two of them. If Desnoyers or Carbonneau is on the scoreboard, on the board, you're going to see a lot of bad comments. They don't want to select a French Canadian player, everything like that. I don't say they have to. I don't say they must. I just said you're going to hear a lot of comments about if they don't do that. First from Stéphane Leroux. But we'll see. Butch, number 2 is in the house. Not a problem. Butch, I apologize for that. Time changed. Yes, changed my life too at the same time. I want to talk about different news around the NHL too. The Marchand situation, guys. We got more behind the scenes about Brent Marchand. So Brent Marchand met the team at some point, and he talked about, look, I want to stay in Boston. I'm willing to sacrifice money. But now it's your turn to tell me what we can do. So they exchanged both of them. Boston, with the cheap owner, Jacob, has been that way for many years. Offer a contract of 2 years at $3 million to Marchand. Marchand is going to be 36, 37, 38, and maybe 39 years old at the end of his contract. Marchand did not like it, and they see they have no agreement to get a little bit farther during the summer, and the Boston, at losing him for nothing, at the last minute, a panic moment for Don Sweeney, and the reaction of Brett Marchand not going to resign with them, make a second round pick only for Brett Marchand. So, if you think about this, it's not a good business at the end for the Boston Bruins. And that's the reason they trade Brett Marchand at the end. So we'll see what's happening with him in the next couple of weeks for Brett Marchand. Now, the Mika Rantanen situation. I don't want to talk about the contract with Dallas. But I want to talk about Rob Brindamour said today that the management of Carolina Hurricane and the owner and everyone dropped the ball on Rantanen. Rantanen, when he showed up in Carolina, they told everyone, I only want to sign with 4 different teams in NHL. That's it, that's all. So whatever Carolina put the money on the table, Rantanen would not want to do that. This is about another owner. We just talked about the Buffalo owner problem. We just talked about the problem with Jacob with the Boston for Marchand. The owner of the Carolina is maybe the worst in NHL. Like, he believes he can control everything. The only reason they trade for Rantanen, guys, because the owner said, don't worry, he's going to stay here, he's going to sign with us. but did not turn around that way. And that's happening with Rantanen again with the situation for them. He decided to go with Dallas Star, and he signed an 8-year contract. Now the New York Rangers and the Canucks Vancouver. I want to talk about them before we move on. Two teams have a great year last season. Some of you put one of them, maybe win the Stanley Cup. Martin Nekash scored a goal. Assupa Likonen and McKinnon. Colorado 1-0. Point behind that guy is about you never know from 1 year to 1 year what it could change quickly, rapidly, and fall apart. The locker room of the both team is bad. Both teams struggled because the GM did a very bad job. They dropped the player from the boss. Drury with Chris Kreider, and then Patrick Alvin with Miller, Peterson, Quinn Hughes, and Bowser. So this is hard, but it is the reality about that. So it's never going to be always up, up, up every year. One thing could change everything. GM, players, coaches. But this is happening there for the three teams I'm talking about. So will be interesting what happening there for Luc Laperson. Welcome in the house, by the way. Like I said, guys, if I don't mention your name, I apologize. Sometimes I move up quickly. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. The 3-star of the week in the NHL, McKinnon, Stamkos, and Wilson. McKinnon have a great week for the Colorado Avalanche. Stamkos surprised everyone. Have a 4 goal, I believe, this week. And then you have Tom Wilson for the Capitals. All the 3-star of the week. We're not going to lose the time. And then today, the Utah team, after they got Valimaki, is out for the season with ACL. I don't want to talk too much about injury today, but this is the biggest name we can talk about this for the NHL. Finally, one thing happening today, guys, is the NHL. They did some kind of compilation between the reporter vote for the Calder Trophy, and look like Laine is in the front of Celebrini. Not much. I think it's 3-4 points from 69 to 66. And then is Dawson Wolf is the third on this race of the Calder Trophy. So if the trophy was to be named tonight, gave tonight, Laine is the winner of the trophy, Calder Trophy. Mishkov is number 4 and Stankoven is number 5. Not much change, other than the fact that Dawson Wolf have a great year, and Dawson Wolf could become a winner if the Calgary Flame, or he can get better chance if the Calgary Flame are going to be in the playoff. So we have to follow that race. This is all about, and I'll be honest with you guys. This is the trophy at Laine. He has the trophy on his hands. If you don't get it, because he's going to lose it on his next 19 game. It's not because what happened with Wolf. It's not because what happened to Celebrini. If Hudson play at the same level he does for the last couple of games back from the 4-nation break, then Hudson is going to win the Calder Trophy. Hudson, almost every game, he's the best player on the ice, and he's almost every game the best player for the Montreal Canadiens. The only reason I believe me, who they are today, and that mixed name on the mixed race, we can call it, Laine is a big part of that. Without Laine Montreal is not where they are. This is my own opinion. You can be agree, disagree. This is what I feel about Laine Laine is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. I watch game after the game, and I see how much he is. Laine. It's just crazy to see him about that. Let's see what we got here in the chat. Going to pick it up a couple of comments here. Here we go. PLW said the last year, the top three team in NHL after 60 games are out of the playoff. PLW, the question would be why they are out of the playoff. What happening to them? What the biggest mistake? Is it the hot summer? Is it the performance of some players? Good question. Good statement, PLW. For that, Red Wings working on the 50 shot tonight. 35 shot after 40 minutes. They're losing 1-0. Ulmark is unbelievable between the pipe. A good point, Pete Martin, about that. You got that right, Pete. To Mark, Dinwiddie is a very good 200-foot player, but I doubt that he goes past 7. He is top 5 man list between 5 and 7. I pick 13. He has not seen Dinwiddie pass up. I pick will wait. Good point, Victor. I think you're right about that. I don't see top 5. If you look about his stat, he has 34 goals. Carbonu has 49 goals, I believe. Yeah, 46 goals right now. Carbonu. I would be worried a little bit to put Dinwiddie on the top 5. Dinwiddie on my book, more between 7 to 12. I know, a little bit lower. I'm always worried the player get out of the QM. So I don't see I watch the Dinwiddie every game, but I can tell you I see at least 10 games of Dinwiddie overall. If you put left and right, highlights, everything like that. I understand many of them put him top 5, top 7. But if you think about the top 5, 6, 7, the Frondell, McQueen, Martin, and we don't talk about any defensemen yet. They are the player I'm talking right now, between 5 to 7 with Dinwiddie. So again, Martin, McQueen, Dinwiddie, Ekblad, and Frondell. They are 5 players right now, and they should be between 4 to 9. That's why you're going to see who is better for them versus Dinwiddie. Good comments, everybody in the chat. The Montreal would draft McQueen. I don't know how they can draft McQueen at 13 overall pick, Abination. I would be really worried about McQueen. Look what happened with Caden Lindstrom. At least if they know 100% the player will be ready. And not for the GM, coach, etc. For the Montreal Canadiens. GM 7. Martin Saint-Louis 8. Coach said that the Flames have been carried by Wolves without us. Sounds like we think that Wolves should win the Calder. And not honestly, they are the reason why they are the Calgary Flame. But it's not said that you have to give the Calder Trophy directly AK about this. Here we go. Zeph is agree with me. Yeah, Claude, merci, Claude. The odds on that one. PW, can you put $10 for me for the Laine? Good point, Mark Elliott, if you talk that way. Yeah, you can go that one, but I think Laine is going to get it. Well, I think Mark Elliott, you're right, is drop, but I still because he's a big body. It's a little bit like Caden Langstrom, right? I think he's going to get that range between 5 to 8. I could be wrong. Carbonneau is not a relation with Guy Carbonneau. There you go, guys. Let's move on. The Montreal Canadiens call up today Owen Beck to Laval. Sorry. The Montreal Canadiens called up for Laval Joshua Roy and they sent Owen Beck to Laval. I apologize for that one. When you want to screw something, that's where you do that. So, RJ Calabro, welcome back in the house, Mr. RJ. Now, here's the point behind that. A lot of people question what's going on with Montreal Canadiens, why they call up Laval, Joshua Roy, why they sent down Owen Beck, what's going on around that part of there. It's really hard to read. Patrick Laine was not there today on the lineup, on the ice. So Laine have zero factor about the situation of Joshua Roy. Zero factor. It's all about Montreal consider today, when they wake up this morning, it would be more benefit for Montreal to have Alex Newhook, center number 2, to put Joshua Roy on the single line over Owen Beck to play only X minutes per game. I was wrong yesterday because I said it would be more benefit for Owen Beck to play with the Montreal Canadiens. But the vision of the Montreal Canadiens I can use, they believe it's more benefit for Owen Beck to be in Laval and to have Joshua Roy helping Martin St. Louis with Patrick Laine and Alex Newhook as a center. This is the result of the move they did today. Agree or disagree, it's no matter. This is how they see that. So I thought the last week, Owen Beck, they didn't make any trade because they really believe Owen Beck and what they have, that's their answer. The Montreal Canadiens. That's happening for that situation for the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, Beck played 20 minutes as joined a playoff a bunch is important. Abination Laine is started wearing bad thing from some fans about that for that. So that's happening on that call. I just mentioned to you guys, for some reason, Patrick Laine is sick again today. He has some kind of virus, flu, cow, I don't know. But Laine is out. It will be a game decision tomorrow if he's a part of the roster or not. Look like, by the way, the goal of the Avalanche was a review, and they did not score. And the excellent player, what, 12 minutes, second trio. That's good, but it will see how Martin will use him, Abination. You're right about that. So, that will bring me, guys, at that subject. I have to go back, guys, at the can use deadline. Because it did not happen at the deadline. And I want you to help me, what you think about that. He did not move for the respect of his agreement with Nick Suzuki. At the beginning of the year, he wanted the Montreal to stay in the mix. At the beginning of the year, he said with Nick Suzuki, he said, if we are in the mix, I'm not going to make any change. He meet again Nick Suzuki during the tournament, and he said to them, we said to him, go get what you need to stay in the mix, and I'm not going to trade any player we have. That's what Ken Hughes did. So it's a culture over the asset for the Montreal Canadiens. This is how they see that. This is what happening between Ken Hughes and Nick Suzuki. Nick Suzuki tell him, I'm going to prove it to you. We did it. Now it's your turn, GM, to prove to us, don't trade anybody. And that's happening for the Montreal Canadiens. When you see that, and you sit at home, and you look around the Montreal Canadiens, the trade deadline, and you talk with friends on the WhatsApp, or on the social media, or on the chat group, and you look about what's happening. Say, wait a minute. Why we have a roster of 21 years, the 21 player? Why we are the team right now with the less player on the roster? Everybody play with 23 in the roster, and us, we play with 21. Why? Why we do that? Monson does not have enough money to pay his player. Why did not put Kirby Dak on the injury reserve and maybe on the long-term reserve? And why did not put Caden Cooley on the ER? What the purpose behind that? And then we have an injury, Patrick Laine. We have to dress the superstar. I have to call him the superstar because the Montreal Canadiens believe Michael Pesada is a superstar. Because they did not trade for anyone. So Ken Hughes, his staff, his management, his data analytic, his scouting people work for him, the coaching staff, they believe Michael Pesada is an element important at the team. That's what they believe. This is what Ken Hughes believe. If he does not believe that, why Michael Pesada is still on the team? So they go with that. They go traveling all around the country with 21 players, 6 defensemen only, and 12 forward. Honestly, they have 13 because Laine. So what happened yesterday, guys? They called a call-up emergency call-up. So after the trade deadline, you can have only 4 urgency or emergency call-up from Laval. They already have burned 2 of them. One, they said Beck and Toews are going to return at Laval at the end of the year. Now, yesterday, they burned the number 3. So they still have only 1 more before the end of the season. But let's go back on this. Why Pesada is so important for them? If someone have an answer in the chat, I would like to hear from you. I'm going to make a post here and tell me why they consider Michael Pesada an important player for the Montreal Canadiens. I would like to hear, now is your time to tell me this. I'm going to check what we got here. Maybe Pesada is an important guy in the locker room, but not on the ice. But not actually player at the deadline certainly did not help the team achieve the goal of making the playoff. Around what player is used willing to give up? It depends run about the deal. But I will say to you, it will not try to trade young players. Emerging call up won't count as a call up. From the rule in NHL, an urgency call up count as a call up. The Oilers lost 3-2 tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. Application Pesada is at 900,000 is important to the team. Maximum 4 call up until end of the year. So if they keep the roster full using Cody and Dak on it, they can do an emergency call up. PW. If you have a respect, it would give up a few late pick to get some data and help the team for the final push. Burning an temporary rental player to replace a Dak would not have a disrupt team and will have been a vote of assurance. Peter, bottom six, Gallagher, Anderson, and Eamon Evans are fixer competition between New York, Dak, Beck, Kapanen, in order for 2 spots. The reason why they travel low staff is they only have 4 call-up left until end of season, BLW. My only complaint from Pizza, they should add a player up on the waiver and then move the bottom 6 guys available. Similar with between Rangers, Vancouver, and Boston, management creating bad situation in the locker room with the powers swimming, Marchand, Trouba, Creator, Pedersen, Miller, Bowser. Great point about that, by the way, PLW. Let's move on down now, what I got here. I was not surprised that Hughes was not a seller at the deadline, but I was very surprised he did not add another tool for Martin Saint-Louis to use. By respect to Pesada, they put him in the lineup instead of the bringing somebody in the front of him. I always thought the hockey guy was a business. Is it respect to Michael Pesada to let him play 3 minutes per game, 4 minutes per game, 5 minutes per game? What good is a $3 million player is sitting on the coach, but a $3 million combination that player should play. I think Rebecca, after his St. Laval playoff, will force his way into the team as a butler. Not a bad comment, Peter, about that. Philip, welcome in the house. Pesada is a very key player in the playoff. Pesada never played in the playoff, I believe, with the Montreal. But I don't see that. Well, respect AK. AK, guys, whatever the others lost, he's always mentioned opening team. AK, guys, really well done. Billy, expect Perez pass the rest of the development. Pesada might get a contract with some NHL Canadian team next year if he is lucky. Yeah. Gary Conoe, welcome in the house. Mark, exactly what A2 said. Slinky, Pizza is not important player. The reason is still on the team is the showing him respect and to the player and the locker room and around the league. At the end of the year, he would be gone. Interesting, RBT. Yeah, Pete. So here's the point, guys. If you consider my statement about Michael Pesada, why not to add a player during the season as a waiver? We got Oliver Wangstrom. We got Aki Ubel. We got many others on the waiver, guys, and we skip them. We prefer Michael Pesada over those players? Now, this is the answer of Ken Hughes. They have an opportunity to draft, to pick up players on the waiver. I missed one, by the way, another good one. I missed it. And they skip him. They consider Michael Peseta a good hockey player. This is the word I see Ken use. If they don't consider Michael Peseta, other effect is a good hockey player, why is on the team? I'll give you an example at the trade last week. Nico Sturm for the San Jose Sharks. Trade to the Fleur Panthers for a 4-round pick. We talk about a center, 6'3", 200 pounds, play the game properly the right way. Why we have a GM and Florida win the Stanley Cup, they have a management of the data analytics. They find a way to add depth on the team. And us in Montreal, we cannot do it. Michael Peseta is better to Nico Sturm. Are we not looking for a center? If you look about the career of Nico Sturm, win the Stanley Cup with the Calder Trophy, can play on the second line, third line, fourth line at any moment, and could bring what is missing right now for the Montreal Canadiens. They could let Owen Beck and Laval, or they could add Sturm over Michael Peseta last game. But no. Can you refuse to take any player in NHL? The 900 players are all, Michael Peseta is better at all of them. I don't get it. I don't get it. Detroit tied the game 1-1. I really don't get it. And this is a lack of Ken Hughes with the Montreal Canadiens so far. To see the vision, to see the evaluation of the players. Same thing happening with Kovacevic this summer. Something happening with Patrick Laine during the summer. Is to realize what they need to be better. If they really want to help Nick Suzuki and the team to have a good push on the playoff, please go get anybody better than Michael Peseta. This blew my mind. It blew my mind. If people said if you tell me this for respect for Michael Peseta, but don't trade David Savard next year. Keep David Savard on your roster next year. Because you have to keep respect for David Savard for what he brings for the last 3 years for the Montreal Canadiens. Don't trade Jake Allen last year for the respect for what he did during the time Montreal have no goalies. And for the respect for Joel Armia, don't trade him. Sign him next season. And maybe offer another contract for Brendan Gallagher at the end of his contract at $2 million for the respect for what he did for the Montreal Canadiens. If you run the team for the respect of the players over a chance to make the playoff, this is the level of Régent Houle as the GM. For me, completely disagree with the philosophy of Ken Hughes over Michael Peseta. And they could have a better players last August. GVR. Isn't that better to Michael Peseta? How many goals he has with Columbus this year? Daniel Sprong is not better to Michael Peseta? Look about all the UFA they signed at the last minute at the end of, at the beginning of the season. Tell me how many of them Michael Pessoa is better. I don't get it. Okay, Jean-Paul, look, Monson should pay the fans for the respect and then a fan of his team for the trust. There we go. Well said, A2. Upgrading on Pessoa does not make us a contender. You're right, but do you think will be a better chance at over Pessoa? During the time we put Emil and Emin out of the lineup for injury, we have only Michael Pessoa. They sent down RHP, Owen Beck, Joshua Roy. They could not find anybody and the roster for the Laval Rocket or the team roster because Michael Pessoa could not fit. For me, this is a miss or a miss vision of the evaluation of the players. In my opinion. And 26, Pessoa is not a problem. So, N26, like Michael Pessoa in the lineup. If any of you consider Michael Pessoa need to be with the lineup with the Montreal Canadiens for respect, or is not a problem for the Montreal Canadiens, and you don't see the management did not make mistake, it's better to have Michael Pessoa in the lineup. I can't wait to see what you look like your team in the next 2-3 years. I agree with you, Peter. Maybe the plan is to make Laval the best we can see we can trade for the prospect. Nicholas, welcome in the house. No, Gary, but you put a Nico Storm, you put an Oliver Onestrom, you put a GVR, you put a player with experience, with skill, a talent more, and Michael Pessoa. If Gary, you consider Montreal Canadiens are happy and they feel good to have your 13 player like Michael Pessoa, when you have Patrick Laine out of the lineup and to pick him up, he said we are fine anyway with Michael Pessoa. For me, it's a bad vision. Now, this is my own opinion. But if Montreal Canadiens consider that way, because that's what he did all year long, and they are good enough with that kind of players, that's okay. But I can wait what's happening the next 2-3 years when the Montreal Canadiens vision. That's what I feel about that, PLW. That's my point behind that. Abination, if Patrick Laine is out tomorrow, is Michael Pessoa take his spot? So if I follow you, Abination, why not to use more another player from Laval Rocket over Michael Pessoa? If they hate them and 26, do you think he will keep them? Or he will trade them already? I don't know. So that's what happening, guys. And I remind you guys, the Montreal are a teeny team. They are no depth. They don't have anybody to take a spot over Kirby Dak, over Patrick Laine, over Emil Eneman. They have no solution. They have only Michael Peseda. And finally, the same situation happening with Montreal Canadiens last year with Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon. The goalie, three goalies. They hold this all the way to February last season. This is a miss of vision again for the management of Montreal Canadiens. During the summer, they trade Jonathan Kovacevic and they trade for Patrick Laine. This year, no 13 forward or 7 scale defensemen. They play how many games with only 6 defensemen? At some point during the trip somewhere, they don't have anybody. They cannot call up anybody from Laval. And then they decide to call up someone from Laval during the night, and the Laval did not have any players calling from 12 years. So Laval had to play with 11 forward. If I have to criticize one area of the Montreal Canadiens management, is this department. They don't have any vision or they don't know run the management on the roster. Can use a new GM in the NHL. It's like Martin said, we need to learn. Can use need to learn more about the roster to have a better preparation for the roster. If you go on the trip for Vancouver, bring player with you. Bring 7 defensemen and bring 13 forward. Be sure you are a 14 forward. You have 22 skater, 21 skater. This isn't the first time they bring a player during the middle of the trip. Now you tell me, so helping the Laval Rocket, what is the most important? The Montreal Canadiens try to make the playoff, or is it better for the Laval Rocket? If we focus only on the Laval Rocket over the Montreal Canadiens, we have a problem. Your first priority is to focus on your team in NHL. At any cost. At any cost. Because the fans are the ones to pay every night to go to the game. The fans want your team to be good. I don't think any fans right now consider it's more important to Laval Rocket to make the playoff over the Montreal Canadiens. If we think that way, we are on the wrong business. At some point, they need resource. They need better players. And when you tell me they don't have no chance to do that at the traded line, blew my mind. For me, blew my mind. Now, I respect the fact they want to keep the player together because that's what they promised to the Montreal Canadiens. I agree with that. But not tell me if the Montreal Canadiens player would not be happy to get Nico Sturm over Michael Peseda. That's what I believe. And 26, I will tell you one more thing right now about you because this is the second time you said this back-to-back night. We are not expert. We come here to sharing different opinion. This is what we do. Hockey sport fans and any place and over any sport, they sharing opinion. I never said myself N26 better at Ken and Mike Bergevin. We're just sharing opinion. If you're not happy about that, if you don't want to sharing your own opinion, it's up to you. There are nobody in the chat right now from Peter Princeton, for PLW, for N. Rabina, for anybody. They think they are better to anyone. They're just sharing their own opinion. That's it. This is the second time you said that. Yesterday you did the same thing. They don't care what we're thinking. And honestly, I don't care what you're thinking about me too, from Bergevin. But this is what you said. Montreal media and fans, they knew more que gaining Bergevin and now Ken Hughes. Just funny. This is his comments about N26 tonight. He said the same thing yesterday. about Sekowski does not really care what we think about him. But it's a sport fans show. What do you want to talk about this N26? Tell us what you would like to talk about. But you said to us, Crosby not going to be traded. Is it no you said Malkus not going to be traded? Is it no you think about Pittsburgh, talking about Pittsburgh, everything you're going to do or not? But we're not said to you. You know better, or Dubas don't really care what you're thinking. We just share your opinion, N26, and we respect your opinion. We don't say nothing against what you said or not. We're just sharing opinion. I don't expect Ken Hughes would listen us, watching us. We're just sharing back and forth. Agree or disagree. But the beauty of that is, for me, is we respect and we thinking and we feel friendly. That's it. What we do tonight is what happening at LDS during the day. That's what happening to BMP every day. That's happening to TSN every day. That's happening with Sports Center every day. That's happening to ESPN expert every day. No one of them are expert. They're just sharing what they are thinking. The expert is the guy is in charge right now, is Ken Hughes. This is the expert. And us, we have to evaluate and we have to sharing what they are doing as a job. Some of you said he likes the job of Ken Hughes. Tonight, I bring the subject about the fact like Ken Hughes did not do anything, and I feel like Ken Hughes feel Michael Pesada play a big role for the Montreal Canadiens over other players. This is my opinion. You can be agree, disagree. But at any moment, I said I know better I can use. I just want to show you with this N26 because you said things where I never said that. And it's not only me, it's other people sharing about that. I just feel disagree with what your comments about this. Mark, I feel the same way with that. Fantasy trade and 26 about rumor. It's not about fantasy, it's about rumor. We heard Renton is going to be in LA. Oops, he go to Dallas. That's the rumor. Everybody does this. Philman did it. Cervelli did it. Chris Johnson did it. Kevin Wicks did it. Everyone tried to get this. Right or the right way. Anyway, guys, was one part of the Ken Hughes tonight. We're not done yet. Because I like to talk about hockey. Let's move on. The subject tonight, guys, it's going to be a hot summer in Montreal. And when I said it would be a hot summer, guys, expect, no doubt in my mind, it's going to be hot in Montreal this summer. Ken Hughes is not going to be sit at home and do nothing. He's not going to do any barbecue for the family because it's going to be hot. The fall will be hot. It's going to be a hot weather, and it's going to be hot around the Montreal Canadiens fans. It's going to be a breaking news during summer. And I'm targeting, guys, 10 friend scenario for the Montreal Canadiens. Why is it going to be hot? Because they're missing piece of the puzzle. Why is it going to be hot? Montreal Canadiens make some trade. Why is it going to be hot? Montreal Canadiens have a lot of NHL draft pick at 2025. Why is it going to be hot? Some players going to have an entry-level contract. So what I did, guys, I look around the Montreal Canadiens, the reason why it's going to be hot in Montreal. And I make a list here. And now it's your turn to tell me what you think. First of all, guys, a hot summer ahead for the Montreal Canadiens. The NHL Draft 2025. Montreal Canadiens has 7 picks in the first 3 rounds. They have to pick the Calgary Flame on the first round. They have the home pick. They have to pick of the Colorado, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the second round, and they have their own pick, and I can go away, and they have two more pick at the 4th round pick. So why is it going to be hot during summer for the NHL draft? Because Montreal Canadiens can make some package deal. They can make some trade. They go down, and they can make a trade to get the players what they're looking for. So at the NHL draft, guys, whatever they pick, maybe Fondel, maybe Carbonneau, Danoyer, whatever it is, will be very interesting the summer Jackie can use. This is going to be a really one important NHL draft for the Montreal Canadiens. Not only pick players, but what kind of player you're going to select, and also what kind of deal you can do. Because now Kenyu is flexible. He has asset on his hands to make some deal. My second thing I want to talk about, guys, don't be surprised. Evan Demidov signed his ELC with the Montreal Canadiens. That moment, the town, the city of Montreal is going to be hot. The fans are going to be excited to see and to hear Evan Demidov is going to get his entry-level contract in June. It will happen. My third thing, guys, Laine inks a new deal. Laine is going to be on his final year contract next year. Or his entry-level contract. What's the value of Laine after he won the Calder Trophy? 8 years. 8 million, 9 million, 10 million. I don't know. But this is going to be hot for Ken Hughes. We'll see. The next thing, number 4. Montreal Canadiens, no doubt, they cannot. They have to find a second center in NHL. By trade, by UFA, I don't know how they're going to do that. But Ken Hughes it's a must. And the must is going to be another summer, hot summer for the Montreal Canadiens. That will be something they have to go there. Detroit cannot score. Bill Mark is pretty good, by the way, at this moment. The Habs get already right defenseman and Mayu. One Hudson become a millionaire. Will his mom still live with him? But now next year, Cole Hudson will be with Washington A2. So I don't know what she's going to do. So he has to put it with Laine Hudson deal. Now they have to find a second center. My number 5 point, guys. The Montreal announced they sign Jacob Fuller. Dylan Cousin scored a goal on the power play. Ex-Buffalo Sabres. I will repeat. Dylan Cousin trade to the Ottawa by the Buffalo Sabres. Score maybe his biggest goal of his career right now. Unbelievable. Wow. Number 5. Jacob Fuller signed his ALC April 10 with the Montreal Canadiens. Maybe not a summer, that one. But why is going to be a summer for Fuller? Montreal Canadiens is going to have Caden Primo, Toews, Montembeault, and Fuller. What are you going to do with Caden Primo? I don't know. It will be very interesting. Number 6. Trade or keep Joel Armia and David Savard. Now, are you going to offer a contract at Joel Armia or David Savard? We talked about this early today. Before the subject, we'll see what's happening with them. LDP Cousin have Puis move, Nate, a fresh start. I know adrenaline, but maybe all cousin. Nate was a new team after all. Price money for Hudson. Good point. A2 said Josh Norris got an assist on the game winning goal of the Buffalo. Again, Edmonton Oilers. Number 7 guy, find a right shot defenseman. When I said that, guys, now someone said is Mayu. I'm not talking about Mayu Rebecca. I'm talking about can Montreal Canadiens go get experienced defenseman to take the spot of David Savard as a 7th defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't know if it's possible to do that, but it would be interesting what you're going to do for the right defenseman. Because I still believe Rebecca and Mayu cannot play at the beginning of the season together right away with Montreal Canadiens without Savard. Savard could be the solution I just said about the number 7. Number 8, trade Patrick Laine. This end of this game, guys, Detroit, Ottawa is excellent right now. 3 minutes to go remaining, guys. Detroit all over Ottawa. Ottawa defend Pagua saison. Empty net, I believe, now for Ottawa. I could be wrong. The shot on the net, guy, is 12-5 for Detroit at the third period. So why Detroit Patrick Laine? We talk about culture early. We talk about respect. We talk about behavior. We talk about passion. We talk about work ethic. For me, they cannot start next year with him in the lineup. It's not going to work. Does not work right now. And he played 34 games. Yeah, what? 24 points, 14 goals, 10 assists. I can understand that. But for me, if you want to bring a culture of team buy-in, all in, this is cannot do it with Patrick Laine in the lineup. Cannot. Good evening, Dan and Colette. After Laine would play line number 1. Possible combination. If it's the case, good luck. But this is the kind of player you like and you have and you line up. I'm not sure this is the right kind of player you need to have to become a solid team in the NHL. Wow. Jensen just saved a goal from behind. 120 to go, 120 to go remaining. Ottawa tried to score a goal with no end, with an empty net, guys. We're going to finish this game with 90 seconds to go remaining. Live streaming, play by play. Ottawa should have puck in icing. No icing, by the way, on that one. That's coming for Soderblom down the puck right side. Soderblom's coming now. Soderblom behind the net. Control the puck around Ulmark. Return the puck at Dublin. Set up by Zader. Looking now, left and right. Dudy. Back again to, I believe it was Raymond. Go back on the left side. Ballon on the left side. Ottawa try puck outside the zone. No chin there. Soderblom try to keep the puck deep in the zone. Go back, intercept by the Detroit. Hold the puck now to the boards. Coming on the left side. Keep the puck deep in the zone. At the goal line. Stick angling the puck. Go back now at the blind. Set up again by Zader. Return the puck to the board. Keep the puck deep in the zone by Tarasenko. Shoot puck by Tiven fought by Rasmussen. Shot from Edvinson. Saved by Ulmark. The puck go back at the blind. Keep again deep in the zone by Zader. Back to Edvinson. At the back door. Bubble by Tarasenko. looking now. Tarasenko looking. Fire puck in the back door. Shoot a puck. Block shot by Ulmark on the back door. And no rebound on that one, guys, with 9 seconds to go remaining. I believe Detroit did everything to tie the game. Ulmark and the defensive of the Ottawa, excellent. How about that? Then with the aerial settlement would be better. Then it would be a better player next season, as his last year, his contract, he has to prove he deserves it. 50 shot by Detroit tonight. I don't see that. I don't see Laine better at the end of the day. He has 3 goals and 34 games at 5 versus 5. I see a Laine can escape. It's a league changing. It's a league about speed. It's a league physical. It's a league of forechecking. You have to move your feet. You have to be ready to pay the price. And I don't see that. He's a periphery player, play outside the dots, only use his skate, he only use his shot. And the only way he bring on the table, it was his power play time. If we want to pay a guy at $8.7 million only for power play, this is the guy you need. Is a guy playing 56 game, 54 game, 18 game, 34 game this year. The last 6 years, he did not play a full year with any team. The last 6 years, every time he played with that team, did not make the playoff. Is a player complaining or does not bring his A game all the time? And I don't think it's in this for me. I feel like it would be better to divorce with Patrick Laine and to bring a better players with grits, sandpaper, and play on the second line with the Montreal Canadiens over Patrick Laine. That's me, I believe, would be the right things to do. 3 seconds to go remaining, guys. Face off. Puck bouncing left side. Rebound on the left side. Shoot the puck. Fire puck is no goal. The referee already called it no goal there, guys. The Detroit tied the game, but you have no time on the clock. The call from the referee is no goal. Yeah, it was like maybe 1 second after. Wow. And Ottawa win tonight 2-1. Now, my number 9 to get a top 6 forward for Montreal Canadiens. Could be a winger, not necessarily a second center, by the way. Finally, trade Kubidak. So the trade Kubidak is a preparation of Kubidak for the Montreal Canadiens. I know he still have 1 more year's contract. I understand that. I don't say they have to, but it's possible they could trade Kubidak. I don't see that yet. But my solution is to trade at least Patrick Laine. 48 save, a heartbreaker for the Wings tonight. Frenchy, welcome in the house. Pete Martin Laine should retire for hockey. It could happen. I don't say have to. Great hand of the game, by the way, by the Detroit. Now you're going to watch the Toronto Maple Leafs, guys. Is 0-0, the first half of the game. A2, you're right about that. That was one of my comments, personal comments about this for Ulmark, guys. So that's what we got, guys. A hot summer for Mr. Ken Hughes. Excel, what's up, everyone? Welcome in the house. Yeah, they dominate the game, honestly. But great performance around. Guys, we have a lot of great subject. It's almost 9:22. Um, I like to talk about the NHL, around the NHL at the end. Um, the biggest problem on Montreal is Uri Sokesi, Patrick Laine. I can talk about this too, but I think that we create a lot of animosity there. We're going to wait. The second is going to be a winger. Then we need a second center. That's the middle move to center. I don't see so much. I still believe that will be a winger, and I still believe Demida will be um, a winger also with Montreal Canadiens. I think you got it, Nicholas. Body slow. Colorado, guys, 0-0 Chicago. This is the game where Colorado cannot fall apart. Cannot. It's a trap game, right? It cannot go there. You know what? If you have any question, guys, you have still 7 minutes to go remaining. I don't want to start conversation about another subject. I want to respect the time for everybody at 10:30 tonight, and that will give me time also to reset myself. So we have about 6, 7 minutes. I'm open the discussion about Q&A. Yeah, any question you want to talk about, we just talk about something about Montreal Canadiens. Anything you want to talk about NHL, a playoff situation, a player particular, NHL draft pick. I want to talk about, I was trying to talk about Denway Carbono, but you can talk about anything you want to talk about. I'm open up now for 7, 8 more minutes, and I think will be the end of the show after that. So, Excel, um, Pete said that maybe Molson should send Laine to Disney World to cheer him up a little. Abdination is happy about Harrison for the Flyers. Flyers lost the last 4 or 5 games. Excel, Martin said we mistake it was to put the Beck on the second line right away. Player like that didn't make a time to not sure should have played third on the 4 line like a Marinate and not draw him in the second. You know what, Excel? I understand your point of view, but do you think Owen Beck played bad? Do you think Owen Beck did a bad things? I didn't see any bad game from Owen Beck. See a couple of bad mistakes like everybody else. But I don't think Owen Beck was the problem. I don't want to change, and I think Martin we feel like he would not want to change the line of Jake Evan, Edelman, and Armia together. He doesn't want to change Christian Devorek with Anderson and Gallagher together. I think that's what I feel that one. A2, not sure Doc has any real value right now. It's basically a project. We'll see how he responds to this status injury run. Maybe come back stronger, come back with everything he's done. Good point about that. I still have 1 more year to go. A2, I think the same way about Doc. Definitely, Mark. Sometimes you lose games, sometimes you win games. This is the game where Oilers, the Senators should lose, but he get the W. Like you said, it's time now to receive reset and to play better the next game. Remember, guys, Toronto, I've always have a problem against Arizona. Usually they win by overtime, everything like that. Hey, Mr. Guy, you're welcome, Guy. Back up again, who do you like better? Very good question, 05. Two players similar at some point. For me, I was impressed, guy, by the physicality of Owen Beck. From what I saw this year, for the game from Timra, I watched Kapanen, and the game I see for Owen Beck with Laval Rocket, I'm going to slightly go with Owen Beck on that one. Slightly over. Um, from what I saw. A question A, do you think Lee did a mistake by asking Marner if he wanted to be tried together? Differently about that. PW. Brad Traveling did not learn from Matthew Kachuk trait he did with the Calgary Flame. Same thing with Marner. If Marner have some kind of constellation to sign with Laval with the Leafs, and he got his GM to ask him to get trade, this is over. Could the Leafs get empty hands at the end? Marner, born in Toronto, Marner loved to play with Toronto Maple Leafs, but this could be the end between both of them. Could be a divorce. I think for me, PLW is hard to reply. You're welcome, Mr. O5. Coach Dan Ekblad. Coach, who do you think that will win the Snake Cup this year? This is really difficult question. Dan, the chase is open this year. Who tell me a specific team right now? I'll dominate the NHL from day one to all the way today. You have two teams so far: the Washington and the Jets. The Washington, there are many players never reached that level. I think the Washington are going to fall apart at some point during the playoff. It's too new for them. New head coach never been there. I know what he worked with Ovechkin, but I still believe the inexperience of the player going to hurt them. On the flip side, you have Winnipeg Jet, where Ellie Buck fall apart every freaking first round most of the time. Can he become better this year? Can the Jet can hang in there and say, you know what, we go through the first round pick, then we can go at the first one, we can go all the way. I still believe the Fleur Panthers are stronger with Marchand and Jones. I still Columbus. The biggest question will be with the winner of the Dallas Star versus the Colorado Avalanche are going to go all the way to Stanley Cup final. This, I believe, that teams will be strong after that. Can the Vegas hanging there with their team? I don't see the Edmonton Oilers this year. The Kings are not there. The Vegas could helping themselves again the last team, but again Dallas, I believe, going to get there or the Colorado Avalanche. So Colorado Avalanche with Dallas, the winner of that series, going to make the final. I still the Fleur Panthers are going to go all the way to the final. It's going to be a winner. Ah, between Colorado Dallas maybe. You're welcome, O5. Dan also. If Bennett is not worth $8 million, if Sakasi worth at 7.8. It's two different age, right? You talk about a player, Roy Bennett never reached the value of the player, guys, at 8 million. Is it only value consider the playoff? Sakeski is too early to consider 7.8 next season. You have to wait his next 8 years to compare that. But think about this, Roy. Bennett, Sam Bennett, and NHL. Never played 82 games, Sam Bennett. Only one time when he was 21 years old. Send that. And the last 6 years in NHL, 62, 69, 63, 71. He never reached the total of 30 goals in NHL. He never reached a total of 50 points in NHL. He never had 50% face-off in the last 7 years in NHL. He never reached 25 assists in NHL. He is -7 this year. The last 2 seasons in the playoff, he has 15 points in 20 games and 14 points in 19 games. I'm not done yet. I'm going to go compare Bennett. So Bennett, guys, in NHL, second center. If you get 8 million a plus in NHL, 8.5, right? John Tavares is $11 million. Dubois at 8.5. Trestle at 8.5. Erdol, 8.1. JD Miller, 8 million. Couturier at 7.75. Cousin, 7.1. Shine, 6.5. Byfield, 6.2. Sarah Lee, 6.2. He's going to be at $8.5 million. The center number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth highest salary cap at $8 million and more. He's going to be at the same level like J.D. Miller, Thomas Erdl, Leon Trissaddle, P.L. Dubois, and John Tavares. Question, Roy, is it value? Is it good enough? Is it good to pay Bennett at $8 million? I don't have the right answer. I will say to you, no. In my opinion, for a second center at $8 million. The average is about $6 million. Coach, will Primo even be back in NHL? We never said we never be back. I think he could be back. He is going to be a long career in NHL. I don't think so. Stan, I agree with you about Owen Beck. I really like his physicality last game. Pete, coach, should Ab give the big contract to Hudson right away or wait? More you wait, more be more expensive. Look, now, whatever I said about you tonight, complaining about the fact he did not move, I think he's a good GM as a negotiator. So I think he's going to get him more quicker. You can get a 8-year deal for a young player at the level like look like Laine, where you don't go have to worry about him. It would be better for Montreal Canadiens, quicker, faster, better, cheaper also. But Owen Beck was fine until the game Oilers fell. You can see that type of competitive. He was not quite ready. Montreal, I sent him to Laval was smart. I think he too have a good game against Calgary Flames. I think again the Flame was good. Possible rain about that. Welcome to the house. Thanks for all the like we got there. I agree with you, A2. Good comments about Kapanen. Good point, Nicholas, about that. But I think we underrated Owen Beck offensive side of the game. But I can understand your point of view. Should bring up a what, but he's already called out Frenchy today. Great point about that, PLW. I can see manner with Buffalo. LDP, what we talked early in the show, what's the biggest problem for Buffalo? Mentality of winning, play hard, don't play soft, physicality, meanness, be tough, toughness. This is what we want. Play with the logo in front of them and play with everything. You're not going to win. I apologize, LDP. I apologize to you because you love the Buffalo. I don't want to be negative. I love you, my friend, right? But you're not going to win with Peterka, Quinn, Coolish, Benson, McLeod. You need multiply player like Thompson and Alex Stock. Not only offensive, but your next body like Alex Stock. That's what you're looking for. That's what you need. And you look about their player they have, Elinius, Wildbird, Aslan, Rosen, Rosek, good player. Not physical, not tough. They need more. They need toughness. That's what they need. I can wait. I think for me, they need a player like McQueen at the NHL draft. It would be too early. They're going to sign. They're going to get now a James Higgins, a Michael Meza. Player can put the puck in the net, but not tough, tough. They don't have that. We need that. Play go to the war every night. Play hard. Play hard to play against them. Play against them. They are not a team hard to play against them. They don't have those kind of toughness. Sorry, I'm all subject right now. But I feel bad for LDP because he deserves more. Manor Buffalo just said LDP. I can really see Manor with LA. You're right about that, Mark. I think LA can make some move like that. Coach, do you anything about the NHL making taxation equal? It will never happen, Pete. Never happen. Not in my life. I don't see that. Then this is a team or would be good, but the missing piece, I believe, are not good enough to make again the Central Division. I think the Central Division team is going to make it all the way. Good point, Excel about what, unfortunately. Hopefully, that will be a good play about that. Has a problem with that, Randy. GF, you're right. Good point, Stan. That just look like it's necessary already, Excel. I like that one. Good point, Mark, about the goal. Luciano, welcome back. That's a great point, Ron, about, Adrian Kemp guy was a late first round pick between 26 to 29. Late first round pick. The King was lucky to get him. Um, I agree with you. Underrated. A great release shot. Great shot. Um, Run, I think, will be constantly between 25. But this is a guy run you would like to get 35 to 40. But we need some help about that. If they want to increasing they want a player like Marner, they will have to figure out something with Kemp, Fiala, Byfield. Be very interesting what they look like the UFA run. What are you going to do with Clark? Also, just a quick phrase, Coach Butch. N26, go as go. I happy to be honest with you guys. N26 is a big fan of the N. He's always finished with go abs go. Good. That's what I like from N26. He's real. That's what I'm like from N26. Don't tell Sebastian would be having another fit about rich people. You're right, Butch. Wayne Gretzky. That was my point, Mark, with Roy about that. We was agree, me and him, about that. And at the fact he can be paid at $7 million, guys. And Toronto take the lead 2-0. Shane Crock would bring some kind of dimension with that line too. Again, Utah 2-0. I believe it's 29. He's going to turn 29. I apologize, Mr. Nicholas. 20 goal, 21 assists, 41 point. When I compare him, guys, I'm always going to refer at one specific player. I said, Trocheck guy make 5.6. Trocheck, I believe, is one of, Trocheck is one of them. Kadri with Calgary, right, is 7.1, I believe. Kadri got $7 million for Calgary and Canada. Kadri, the playoff, usually are busy weekend. That's one of my point behind that. With Florida guy, he can get 6.5. That'd be a good deal. But Kadri guys over $7 million, it's too much. I think PLW said that yesterday. Bennett went out at 4.4. You can get Bennett guys in Florida at $6 million, 6.5. He will sign there. But some people want to offer him $7.5 to $8 million. Sorry, it's too much money. Good point, Randy. See you next game tomorrow night. Hey, Mr. Willie. Willie, I think they did okay because that's what you want to do. But I think you could have one player at the bottom. You're welcome, Randy. You're welcome, Dan. Thanks for all the likes. Good night, Randy. Welcome back, Nicolas. Good point, PLW. Yan, I wonder if the coming recession would change the salary cap. Not at all, Yan. Could maybe a push that, but I don't expect. And I don't expect too much about this guy. The economy will be fine. Steve G, welcome back, Steve. Like I said early, guys, Steve, Steven, and Woody, both big fan of the Colorado Avalanche. He's a trap game guy for the Colorado Avalanche tonight. But with the game, I see Nicholas with I see what 5, 7 time maybe. Like he did not bring a lot on the physicality of the game. Yeah, he had a big body. I can understand that. My point, he need to use more his body. Ottawa, Philadelphia tomorrow. Columbus, New Jersey tomorrow. Two big games. GF, you right? Stan, yeah. Hey, Mr. Skeleton, welcome back and thanks for all the likes. I think the deal is at right time. N26, you are right about that. The deals come at the right time. First goal of Khalid Shakrak. I think there's been another one going to helping the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, Luciano, you're right about that. Now, the Tampa Bay got Jake Guanzel. The Toronto need to find a player on the UFA to be an impact. Like, does it make sense? Like, they lose Senko, but they get Guanzel. Now, if Toronto lose Marner, who they get? That will be my question to you. Yeah, I think Luciano, you said that to me. 2-0 the leave. I did feel about that run. I would not do it. I would not trade him at all. I run. They need that because same thing with Capital and Dowdy. No, Skeleton about Jonathan Tays. First of all, Jonathan Tays, guys, he's not going to be ready to be in shape for the last 2019 game. It's not about the money. It's about the players overall. And I will not sign him next season, by the way. I will not do that. And Jonathan Tays, why he will sign with Montreal for the rest of the season? I think Tays, if he signed, like it would be more like a team make the playoff. But I'm not sure how healthy, how in shape he is. A2. That's a good question. A2. I always said to you, A2, it would be easy to me to tell you like the best player in NHL and you go that way. But let's see like what I would like to get me. On the second part, I would say to you, Brendan Schneider for the New York Rangers. I always love this kid. I always love this kid. Schneider on the second, third pairing for Montreal Canadiens behind Rebacker and Mayu. That's a lot physical for Schneider with that line. That would be a Schneider there. Now, at second center, you know, we just talked about strength player right there, but a young prospect, you know, no, they're not going to happen. But if I have to pick, so make a trade, I think Mason McDavid could be a player who's targeting for the Montreal Canadiens. Schneider, right defenseman, and Mason McDavid. I'm still at debate for Matthew Bernier. I think I will not take that kid. I'm still not there. You know, it'd be easy talking about Adam Fantilli or Leo Carlson, anything like that. One thing you have to be careful, guys, and I want to talk about one specific thing. The team Utah is very interesting team because Utah out in the transition. Not Utah, I apologize. Seattle. Seattle guys going to break down. They're not ready yet. So for me, Seattle, they have Matthew Bernier. They still have Chandler Stephenson, Shane Wright. They are the three center they have. On the prospect, plus Catton, they are Red Cuff, two solid center. They have a lot of material over there. I don't see to get Shane Wright. How they open up for Captain? I don't think so. How they open up for Bernier would be interesting. But this is the two players I'm talking about. Like Mason McDavid for me, Schneider. I know you can get Friends Direction right there, but I just like Schneider. Well, I think PLW for Manor, how many points he has as a clutch situation? PLW. Does that make sense? Like he has point. Toronto make point. Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, Manor, and the playoff, right? But at which moment Mitch Manor have a game seven make a goal to give them to move forward? We never get from those players. This is what they lose by one goal, and that's what I'm talking about. This is what they have to prove for the young core. Good night, Mark. Again, N26, he talk about this also N26. And I would say, guys, for me, it's about the clinch, right? And baseball, the strikeout at the end, or the home run at the end, the overtime goal, in hockey. Usually, rain, the goal, the player score goal get more at the playmaker. I don't think so, LDP. I don't think so. This is a place going to fall apart slowly, probably the right way. Um, Not good enough anymore. Does not have the speed of the game, and whatever is big, no. Good point about that. And 26. As they go through the performance of Eddie Buck, right? Sam, welcome back. No, in Laval, you have Owen Beck, Florent Jacquard. Yeah, you have to discount Condoda or you have to discount Gignac. They use Riley Kidney, but it's not good enough. So we have Owen Beck and Florent Jacquard. I don't see, and you can add now after that Oliver Kapanen. I don't see all three guys to become a center number two at the regular base on the regular basic, like game after game or year after year. They are not there. The best he can join in Montreal, it will be a third center line or a winger. Are they going to get try to make the second line? Yes, but I don't see that yet. Everything could change, by the way. The best right now in the Montreal organization to could become that is Michael Edge, listed as a center. That's the only one I can see. Now you can move Demidov with Sapkowski, but right now, this is the only one right here and from Laval. ADP, yes, but think about this. He did not play for the last 3 years, guys. He's not as fast skater. Yeah, I can see that A2, but I think Joanna May would like to get 2 million 2 years at $2 million. It could be a one deal at 2.5 or at 2 years at $2 million. I will not be surprised. A2. I'm okay with that, by the way. I don't see them win the Stanley Cup. King, what team do you think they will finish the rest of the season strong and who will further down a bit? Good question about that, Ron. New Jersey Devils going to be down. The Washington Capitals going to be steady. The Minnesota Wild is going to be down. I think the Dallas Star will be up. I'm concerned about the Kings. Kings play okay, but not strong, not great. They are 4-3-3 last 10 game. It's up and down. So hopefully that answers your question. Ron, I'm sorry I take a little bit longer. I tried to go around. The, the start problem is to be if he's going to do it in the playoff as a regular. Yes, Marco, because they dominate that game and they cannot get the W at the end. Thanks so much, RJ. I think in our tap they beat both game at the overtime or on shootout. But last season, Mr. Nartap, the biggest problem, and think about this, guys. Flair could be out if the Pittsburgh beat the Chicago. Oh, second center and OT, Sam. Oh, yeah. Sam, yeah, play like a Rochester example, like Elenius is a good one for the Buffalo. Um, it's really hard, Sam, to go all the way to the team, but I can give you a little bit name over there. Give me about 2 minutes. I will say to you quick on my head without knowing. I think Marco will be agree with me. Devoski from the Sunny Blues is a good one over there. Interesting, Marco, about that too. First point about this. Ouais, Nicolas, je pensais finir de bonne heure, mais là, on ferme tard. Là. Parce que maintenant, Nicolas, on a changé l'heure ici, donc c'est juste 10 heures ici. By the way, guys, don't forget, Event Dimitar play tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time, and not 11:30 now. 12:30 Eastern Time. Mathieu Savoie, like I mentioned, Devoski, potential some, and I said they would be center. Potential. That's the player I just mentioned to you. It's pretty much right there. We talk about Roger McQuarrie, police center. Jan Mizak, guys, he has 16 goals, 18 assists, 34 points for Jan Mizak. Montreal lost on that trade. I think they got Jacob Perrault in return, right? No, I think he was, yeah. I think it was Perrault. That's pretty much what we got, my friend Sam. Sorry if he's not better answer. I took a bit time. Thanks, RJ. Good night, Nicola. Hey, Mr. Rodney. I call just like, what is going on with talk on the Rockets. He's still hurt for a couple more weeks, Rodney. The second time he got hurt during the season. You have a really good beginning of season with Jekai and Arsenault, or the 4-9 play with them. Sometimes was Riley Kidney. But he got hurt after that. He come back, but he never been the same after that. It was not the same level of the play he did. Then he got hurt again. Rodney about the talk. Joseph, welcome back. Joseph, the Columbus Blue Jacket are really good at home, but very bad on the road. New Jersey is pretty even on home and away. So tomorrow, Blue Jacket play Devils. Like I said, they are not, like you said, they are not really good on the road. The Blue Jacket and the Devils are pretty even. They are +3, +4. Well, here's the point, guys. If the Blue Jacket beat tomorrow the New Jersey, they're going to be 2 points behind, and they're going to be 2 games in hands. This is a huge game for New Jersey, Joseph, tomorrow. Good point, Ron. Yeah, Joseph, about New Jersey. And 26, you're absolutely right about that. I think for me, guys, Toronto is going to be the same story. How are able to put and to score clutch goal. I think Benoit scored 3-0 Toronto. This is what I'm talking about. And 26. 2 years ago, Marco. Yeah, you're right. Yes, Rodney is hurt. Yes, Nicholas Aslan and Elenius play with the Rochester. Um, Last game I watched, Aslan was very active. Elenius was there, but not much. We got a super chat, guys, from Sam Dan. From Pizza, super chat $2, guys. And we got a super chat for Sam Dan, guys. I don't know why it does not work, my super chat, but I apologize for not mention that pizza. And we got both of you. I'm going to celebrate both of them at the same time. Super chat, pizza, and Sam Dan. Thank you. A double super chat, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sam and Pizza. I don't know why. I did not get it. Usually I got it. So I apologize. Glad I see you around that one. The cap hit does not count again. The team, sorry, cap is on the suspension. Um, and after that, I will set you. I not know you wrong or right, but if a player is suspended for 5 games, the sorry cap count. Now, if it's a PDA program suspension 20 game, I'm not guaranteed about that. But if Mike Hartman got suspended for 8 game, it count about that. I have to verify, but I'm here we go. So I got the answer, guys. Exactly. So in our type, you're right. So off ice situation, a violation, abuse, program or PDA, it does not count. A suspension against the player for domestic violence, example, is off ice, does not count. But the player suspended for a crash checking, example, uh, it count. So verified. That's great to sharing this all together in our tap for the difference between both of them. Glad we have people like you make it fun with that. So lucky did not happen before the trade deadline. If not, Florida would trade for another player. Yes, PLW. Kessel Brain. Did you see that? But oh, the player from Utah fall on the back of his head. This is my biggest problem. This is another thing, guys. I was said to you about the hurricane. They don't win for the last many years, the second pass, the second round. I think the physicality of the problem, the forechecking, and they are not physical enough. Toronto is one of them too. The Devils are built that way. This is my concern, Joseph, in the future. Quinn Hughes looking great on the playoff time. Are enough physical with Palat, with Shire, with Bratt, Quinn Hughes. This is where I believe they need a mix of both. Good point, Jeff. The first time I see that, guys. I see that Pierre de Baudieu for Benoit. Yeah, but Jeff, you look about this, he never get a hit on the face, was all on the helmet from behind. And then he reversed the guy. The guy hit hard the eyes with no helmet. Hopefully, Casson brain will be fine. Good point about that, Nicholas. Interesting. About BLW, Pieska. Pieska does a good job, by the way. Guys, the game again, the Kraken at 10:30 Eastern Time. That's crazy. So Montreal play tomorrow at 10 o'clock and they play Wednesday at 10:30. Interesting. Uh, I think Marco, the problem is that is the third center. They could. I think I don't think they would trade him. Yeah, I agree with you, PLW. That's it. What a fun night we got together. We get an extra hours to talk about hockey, guys. I have an opposite to it because I'm alone, but I have to push everybody out after 2 hours. So it was really fun to talk about the Montreal Canadiens tonight, the NHL around the league. A lot of great questions for many people tonight. We want to thank Sam and, of course, a pizza for the super shot tonight. I apologize for that one. I don't know why they did not turn around tonight. We have to testing that, but yeah, that's happened. Thank RJ Calabro News Update. Moderator Ron Luciano and Artap. And they have a goal from Utah, guys. Carcon, I believe, scored a goal for the team Utah. The score now is 3-1. Great tip in front of the net, by the way, for that goal. Abilene take the lead 2-0 at the third period. And finally, Martin Necas scored his 22nd of the year. McKinnon make an assist. Lekkonen scored a goal. 27 of the year for Lekkonen. Assist by McKinnon and Toews. 2-0 Colorado, guys. Looking good over there. Toronto won 3-1 right now. Oilers last night 3-2 against the Buffalo Sabres. Organization for RDP. And Senator big, huge game tonight, 2-1 against the Detroit Red Wings. Thanks everybody being part of the show. Don't forget, please, to click on that. We'll be back tomorrow night at 10 o'clock p.m. for the Montreal Canadiens versus the Vancouver Canucks. Until then, the only reason we are good, because all of you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Exactly, you have greatness inside of you. Don't forget to follow Even Demidov tomorrow afternoon now, 12:30 p.m. Why not 11:30? Because we change the time. And we don't change the time in Russia, look like, compared to us. Until then, my friend, have an amazing, great night. I will see you tomorrow night, of course. And be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, or find a way to dominate the first half, or what? Someone said 2025. Right? Thanks so much. And then GF332. Yes. Nick Schmalz scored a goal. 3-2, a back-to-back goal from the team Utah. 2 goals in 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. 47 seconds. 3-2. Here we go. An amazing, great night, everybody. Sweet dream. And I can wait to see you next time. Good night, everybody. I'm starving in our tap. I'm hungry in our tap. Luc Lavoisier, mon ami. Bonsoir, mon ami Luc. On t'aime beaucoup. Coach was quiet last night. Oh. Booyah! Peace out!